up, guys? Colton back from Jeep and TV, and today we're going to be installing 7-inch headlights for the Wrangler inside the Valkyrie off-road brackets that are going to fit inside the Renegade. These are specifically from X-Sprite. These are the ones I have. These are green specific because they're going inside of a hyper green Renegade, and they did not want to spend the extra money for the full spectrum ones. A lot of mosquitoes out today. So to get started, you want to make sure you keep everything oriented. You do one of these at a time in case you forget which way one goes. You can base yourself off of the other one. So you're going to get 11mm socket and wrench to take off this top bracket right here, okay? This is the bracket that's going to be seen on the outside. Let's see. Make sure you don't lose any of your hardware. So it goes. This part right here, when you take this off, you're gonna have the ring, right? So the ring has three coils. Okay, these are what you're gonna use to basically angle the headlight so you're not blinding people. And you're gonna have the ring. Okay, you'll see that the ring, the brackets are not in the center. You're gonna have the one at the bottom and the one kind of canted off to like the 11:30 or 11 o'clock position. So that 11 o'clock position is going to go, if you're looking at these coils, there's going to be one here, one here, and one here. It's going to go at the one to the 11 o'clock position also. And it's just going to go back on the inside part of it, okay? So we're going to set that off to the side. We're going to get our Phillips head screwdriver, and you'll see there are 3 screws, okay? There's one right at the top spring, one right at the spring at the 3 o'clock position if you're looking at it, and then one right below at about the 7 o'clock position, okay? So we're going to take all these off. Okay, so now that we have these off, we're going to keep our springs like this, okay? Worst timing ever. Okay, so we're going to put, you're going to see the headlight actually has these little square grooves, okay? And they're going to line up inside the square grooves inside of the ring themselves. It's just going to sit right in there. Next, you're going to get your ring, and you're going to put it back on top of its holes. There it's at. And you're going to get your screws, and you're going to screw them back into place. And this is going to be the bracket that holds the headlights in. mosquitoes everywhere today. Jeez. Okay, so now that we've got this, you've got the ring on the headlight assembly. Alright, we're going to put this back on. And this is the passenger side one, I believe. No, this is the driver's side one. So, if you're looking at it, you want this bracket to be facing to your 10 o'clock, okay? And it's going to slide back on right there. And you'll see the holes should line back up again. And we'll get this bracket right here. And like I said earlier, this is going to be at your 6 o'clock, this is going to be at your 11 o'clock. And it just goes right on top of the headlight housing. And you're going to put the bolts that you had taken off prior back into the position, which is a little tricky and might require a second set of hands. If you actually go ahead and feed the bolt into the headlight housing and then put the ring over it, it's a little bit easier. So now that I got those in there, we're going to get our 11mm wrench and socket, and we're just going to tighten these bad boys down. Alright, and that is how you install them onto the brackets themselves. Now we'll be actually getting them onto the Renegade and wired into place. Alrighty guys, so today we're going to be installing the Valkyrie headlight brackets. Before this I'd actually showed y'all how to put them inside the brackets. Now we're going to be putting them on the Renegade itself. First things first, you're going to take off these 4 pins right here on each side of the factory lights, and you're going to get you a T55 Torx bit, and you're going to remove these 4 bolts up top, and then we'll get to the ones down on the bottom, and we'll get to the rest of this. So here we go. So these actually normally break really easily. You don't have to have them back on. I never actually used them on my Renegade. And I'm not exactly sure if they'll actually reattach once we remove these light housings because they attach to the light housing themselves. Alrighty, so we got those 4 removed. They're out of the way. And now we're going to get the Torx bit. We're going to go down here on the bottom and undo, it's 4 or 5 down here on the bottom, and you'll need a Phillips head screwdriver because underneath here there's a Phillips head here, and there's 1 or 2 Phillips heads over here we're going to have to remove as well. Alright, so let me get that and I'll be right back. Alright. Okay guys, so now that we've got the bolts off the top, the bolts on the bottom, and all the screws undone on the sides, we're going to get onto underneath these panels. So first things you're going to run into is a T25 bit right here on the bottom, and then on the top there's a 7mm socket. You're going to take both those out, and then the facial will be loose and we'll be able to remove it fully. So I'm going to get those done and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so now we're going to remove the front fascia. Now I already got these pulled out because it's a little complicated, it takes a little bit of time. So what you do is you'll reach up underneath here and you'll start to pull it, and you'll see this end start to come out, and you'll grab on this and slowly start to pull it out, and you hear it cracking. And once you get to here, you'll grab this and the inside right here, and you'll pull it, and there's a metal clip right here that's holding it in place, and you'll remove that, okay? So then you'll lift up the front, and you'll start to pop it out, and now we're to the point where we can actually take the fascia off. And we're gonna do that, but don't forget about your fog lights and driving lights if you have those. So we're gonna remove those. And it's easy, just twist them. Twist and pop out. You can actually disconnect if you want to keep the lights inside if you want, or you can do like I did. And I think there's still one more bolt down there. Did I leave one in? Oh, biscuits. I left one in. Alright, so I'm going to get that out, and we'll get back to actually removing the headlight units and getting the show on the road. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to take off the light. You'll remove that back cap like I had just done, and you're gonna take off the power. Well, it was so much easier on the other one. Oh, it's a little button you push on the side. There we go. You'll remove that, okay? And you're gonna have to remove this from here. Take out the bolts here, here, and right down there you'll see it. And I'll finish this one up real quick. Okay, and then you're just gonna slide it out like so. And you're gonna twist this till it's unlocked. You're just going to push it straight through. Okay. You're going to unhook the harness from the factory lights. You're going to pull this out. These are now trash. Or whatever you want to do with. Ooh, dirty. And now we're going to reconnect this end. Okay. It only goes one way, so you can't mess it up. And we're going to grab our bracket. And the way you can tell between driver's side and passenger side is this little notch is always going inward. So this one's the passenger. And, oops, I almost forgot to need my adapter. And these in specific, they are from the ones from X-Sprite. They come with a LED canvas anti-flicker. You want to make sure you get one of these if it doesn't come with one. And we're going to plug that into here. And we will then plug that into here. It is an H13 connection, and it will all connect. And now I'm going to go get the nuts and bolts, and we'll get these things bolted into place, and we'll finish up the wiring and put the bumper back on. So be right back. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to start installing the bracket. You got your long bolt in your spacer. It's going to go into the hole, and the spacer is going to go on the inside. We're going to put that up there, like so. You just can't use your leg to hold the light up. That'll be fine. Get that one in. And we're going to do the exact same for all the other ones, but none of the other ones actually get a spacer. Alrighty. And the last one. If need be, you can remove this cable right here, but from past experiences with them breaking, I would not touch it if you do not have to. You're going to get your 11mm socket and wrench. I believe he said it's 7/16 actually, but I prefer to use metric. Alrighty, so that concludes the install of the lights themselves. You can actually run them now by themselves and they would turn on. Now, when I come back, we're going to get on to actually wiring in the halo lighting and the blinker lighting to where it's going to be tied into the actual driving lights and the blinker light itself, okay? So we'll be right back and I'll get to that. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to be hooking up to the driver and blinker light. I've stripped away some of the hosing and tape that was around it. We're first going to do the driving light, which in our case is going to be the red one. The red one is more than likely always going to be the driving light because it's the main power. Okay, the amber blinking light is 9 times out of 10 going to be the yellow light. So we're going to put it inside. I'm using, what are they called? Quick splices. So a lot of people are like, oh no, don't use these. I've never had issues with them on a personal level. Some people might have. Every experience is different. So I'm going to recommend using them because I've not had no issues. And they're very simple. You just put your wire in and you splice it. And basically what this is going to do is cut into that wire, and if you ever decide you want to go back, well, it's completely possible. You don't have to actually worry about not being able to go back. Now, which one did I tie into for the blinker? Can you see which one I tied into? I tied into the blue one, didn't I? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, for the Renegades, the blinker is going to be the blue and black wire and not the green and black wire, okay? So make sure you do that right, because if not, you're going to have, well, no blinker. Put that in there like so. Alright, and like that we're done. I'm going to wrap a little electric tape around it. Going to get the bumper put back on, the wires tucked away, and we'll be right back with the final product. Okay guys, so we got the finished product. As you can see, the green halos, it looks really good. I'm going to turn on the blinkers, and they turn back off and come back on. And the headlights, and bright lights. As you can see, they're really bright. The halos are still on. They're a little bit hard to see. They're only flickering because of the LEDs on the camera. They actually do not flicker in real life. I'm going to turn the lights off. But this concludes the install of the Valkyrie 7-inch Wrangler headlight bracket for the Jeep Renegade. This will fit in all models up to the 2018. We will be checking for the 2019s and up as well because they will be getting a refresh. Let's hope, fingers crossed. Catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments below.
There's a moment in your bones when the fire takes over. Blood is running